Peace. Back in the building. Up in the jump. Got my guy in there with me too. Puerto Rico Apache posse, not even the cop could catch me. Too fast. 400 pounds, but I move ass. As soon as you spoke, I already smoked 2 jabs. Pause. Shout out to my nigga Kirk, man. His anniversary of his death date. His transition date. He's alive and well. Yeah, let me speak on that too. In his heart. Love in our hearts. No matter how radical and raunchy the nigga was on his tracks. But yeah, the transition date was a couple of days ago, man. It's been hard to keep up, man. There's so many people passing on us. But you know, we back in here in honor of baby girl again. Get up out of this here. My genuine home bought. And it's contagious. What's the latest? Speak your heart, don't bite your tongue. You boys are big boy. Who should be heard? Where we remain? We need a revolution. Girl, holla. You know, they used to call me that when I was a kid, holla. Because every time my people would try to drop me out somewhere to be babysitted, I'd cry so much. My old man started calling me holla. My mama, another nickname. Well, let me slow down on that one. I had to say that one. Girl, holla. Bird is the word. Let me chill out on that. Yeah, because these niggas be thinking shit sweet. You try to have a little humor, and niggas mistake that for weakness. So let me chill out for their sake. But yeah, man, shout out to my nigga Pun, man. We gonna we'll leave it at that for right now. But yeah. So we back in here on in honor of the great one. Such a vibrant soul. I'm gonna bring my boy up. I'm gonna get busy. Puerto Rico Apache posse, not even a cop could catch me. I'm too fast. But man, that nigga Paul was a fool. I wish I had some. I'm gonna need this book. And I want this in a shot. Let me see if I can get this here off. Take that there off. Girl, holla. You give me bits and pieces. Man, that goddamn 90s, early 2000s, man. Who should be heard? Who should be heard? Girl, holla. Do it. Yeah, do it. I like that one. Shake that boy up one more time. Yeah, do it. Y'all see that? I've been watching you. If you tell. I like to get goofy sometimes. Lighten the heart up. But I really will kick your ass. Quick to blast. You niggas talk shit and dash. But I really will kick your ass. Juggernaut. I don't care if you a thug or not. Get your making on your ass, rude boy. Where's the bomber cloud? Boy, that boy. And it's funny. Because I got that hat. Let me get my phone. I ain't gonna wear it. It's a little too heated today. But I'm gonna get it out on a bed. Yeah. And it's funny because Look at me in this hat. Then they gonna look at Juggernaut. And I got this for Big on a Big. And Big is Jamaican. See how this shit this shit writes itself. See how this shit just writes itself? What's up, Asada? I got my girl. That's Asada right there. She in the building too. Word to Jersey. Dirty Jersey. Yeah, we'll hold that one. It's just everywhere. This shit, I can go on and on and on with this shit, boy. I didn't even know 1 in a Million came out the day after my birthday. I thought it was 9/7. Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna have to switch this up. Oh, good book. Let's bear with me. I'm gonna take me a minute to get there. But we're gonna get there. I think you're bad at going, yeah, Deacon, girl. And y'all gonna stop fronting my man Magoo. I know he sound like you to fuck that. That boy said got me tickled. That boy said, got me tickled cause your man pickle. No, he said thinking you a dime when you really just a nickel. I be tickled cause you he said cause your man pickle green and ridiculous. Pickle green and ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's short for ridiculous. If you was wondering. And I might have butchered that. He said something along those lines. What do you say? Thinking you a dime when you really just a nickel. I be tickled because your man pickle green and ridiculous. What's that, ridiculous? I like Magoo, man. My goo, the mother goo. The mother goo. The black waters. Or the gel. The goo. The mother, the goo, the dark. The goo with the dark melanin. Oh, yeah. Super friends indeed. Spirit finger time. All right, niggas. So we left off at the breakdown of the numerical breakdown of the alphanumerical breakdown of a name, which came out to 39. 3 plus 9, 39 CI. 3 plus 9 equals 12, that's L. 1 plus 2 is 3, that's C. And so I start rearranging them. And of course, like I said in the last one, we got click. Down with the click, I'm down with it. Young Nation shit. You know, the L and the R are interchangeable, right? I think I'm gonna hold that R. We're gonna get into that, but we won't get into some shit. But so the L and the R are interchangeable. So I take the L, turn it to an R, and arrange it as C-I-R-C, that's Cirque or Kirk. Kirk, Cirque, Kirk. That's one of the names for Heru. And Greece. Alright. Kirk. The Kirk is purple. Well, you know. Let me get it. I got the visual out with me with better. Ring the fire. Do me like this now. I just had all this shit. Where you at? There you go. There we go. The circle, the Kirk, the circle, the circus, Circus Soleil. The circle. Now. I got that. We need a resolution. We're a bad motherfucker, man. You know, them type of beats, them type of shit I make. But I had to get her props. So Timbo, I'm gonna weird shit come out about them all. There's a bunch of weird shit going on with these celebrities. I don't want to get into particulars, but I get to the point where I be scared to say shit. But give niggas they props now. Cause you be like, man, that boy, that was live. And next thing you know, they come out with some bullshit. This shit is crazy. So yeah, man. Man, that goddamn industry motherfucker. But yeah, so that part of the ritual. Okay. Aaliyah and R. Kelly, they both got over the scandal that was, I'm not calling what they did a scandal, but the scandalization of their situation, right? Boom. Okay. Let's split up a little. So, let me show you how they hit you with the 1-2 punch. Take the Aaliyah out. So they had, see, like I said, while we looking at her, the way she was moving as the groovy steps of a stunning looker, not Wolf Pond. They were looking at it like ass whipping. So you seeing all this shit, you thinking it's just dancing, they looking at it like, oh no, it's like not being able to tell the forest from the trees. So when we be doing certain shit, we just be doing it, thinking we just dancing and rapping and shit and doing our little thing. So I think it may be a little bit more harder for us to see the magic that we possess because it's just who we are. Them, on the other hand, they looking at this shit like, so I think it's intensified. So if I look at a Aaliyah video and I'm impressed by her dance moves, they looking at this shit, it's amplified to them. So they like, no, this is some garbage shit right here. We might need to tend to that or whatever. So what's just entertainment to you is ass whipping to them. Like she hitting the move, we just think she dancing, and she might just be thinking she dancing with them. They all ass whipping, no. And I can really see it now. Like I said, now that I got knowledge of flow, I can really see shit. But I'm looking back, oh my God, this nigga here is a magical child. Shit, freaking ill. Why didn't you see this back then? This nigga is the shit. He is the bomb. That's my boy. Yeah, so we always knew. See, let me tell you how I know. Well, I caught a glimpse of it. Like I said, I went in all this shit. So it was just, just had a moment that we need a resolution. First, we got the snakes in the video and all that. So, that's Kundalini. That's a Kundalini reference or whatever. The snake people, serpents, the nagas, the niggos, however you want to pronounce it. Nagasaki, Niagara Falls, all that shit. Y'all niggas in homework assignment too. I'll find it later. One thing at a time. So, when Revolution came out, that video, was, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It was just something about that damn video. I love it. And the beat is so throw there. That's the type of shit I be into. The type of shit I be making when I be fucking these beats. But that's because I am a product of, I stand on the shoulders of all the producers that came before me. So that's why I say when I sit down and make shit, it don't even, I don't never have no plotted out destination. Shit just come out. I'd be like, damn, this sound like a Timberland track. You know what I mean? Oh shit, this sound like some goddamn Dre shit or some shit. But that song, I saw the magic, the hypnotizing magic. It was just something about that video, like the way she was moving and the snakes and shit. It was just like, then it was always, I have to go back and watch it. There's just one part, it was just always this one part, like the end, like that last. It was something about that shit was like, that's how I know music is magic. And I can't explain it. It was just so, I always had a moment with that part, like, I don't know. But I can't explain it. But I'm glad, I'm willing to bet they saw it too. So, one second. Let me pause this for the calls one time. All right. So, get this coffee, man, so I can power through this. There go that monkey. That funky monkey. So, but yeah, but just something about that goddamn video. And we finished. Now you look at it, she look witch. You can see the witch vibes in the video. And when we say that, we don't mean it in a stigmatized manner, because that's part of this thing too. The stigmatization of the magical women. A witch is just a magical woman. So if you say, you can either be a good witch or a bad witch. We got through that, so we're gonna harp on that. But one step at a time. So I'm gonna start off where we left off. You let me go, girl, holla. You give me this and this. Yeah. Where were we at? Let me get into my bag. Now, excellent work. Excellent work. Serious Mystery by Robert Temple. Get a little deeper with this. Let me find it real quick. I wanna know where. What was in my head? Oh, you know what change. That 90s was a motherfucker though, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know y'all probably be like, oh, they always talking about that. Yeah, god damn it. That shit was magical. This shit done got watered down. And I love the youth from the new shit and all that too, but I'll be honest. That shit ain't, it's I don't know what has to be done, but that shit was just a different vibe. Alright, but give me one second, let me find that shit. Let me see. Yeah, man. Man, I hate sneak thieving ass niggas, man. I ain't gonna get too much into it, but I'm not one to say, I'm not one of the guys that, I'm teaching y'all so y'all can teach people this shit yourself. So I don't ever think that I'm one of them types of people that, but it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. I don't like niggas who, I once had a nigga take some shit off I posted some shit on my Facebook one time, and then which I know the nigga stole from me. There's a difference between stealing. if you gonna put me in the fucking bibliography, don't take my shit and then run over here and act like front like you put the shit on. I hate a nigga like that, bro. If the nigga would have said, hey, bro, this shit here live, we'll put that shit in the comments, and then went and did whatever, I'd be like, okay, cool. But the nigga just took my shit and then try, man, fuck that shit. Man, fuck them niggas. Put it like that. And I said, tell them I said it. Big Mo said that. And it's whatever. Even the Leo said that shit. She got a song called It's Whatever. So fuck whoever don't like it. I don't give a fuck. Lucky I ain't saying your name, pussy. So I don't want to give you the shine, but yeah, I don't like niggas like that, bro. Don't take my shit and then, like I said, we supposed to spread the knowledge. You know what I'm talking about. Niggas know what they be doing, man. Whole ass niggas, man. I don't like them. But let me find this shit, man, so I can get to it. But yeah, don't. Niggas who specialize in saying nothing well, jargon, but don't really care for its jargon. Where's this shit at? Right, I should have kept this shit well. I had it earlier, but I mean, I keep y'all waiting too long. Hold on, let me pop over. All right, I found it. But before we do that, we got get into a little something with y'all. I almost forgot. But yeah, now Aaliyah came through. What was that? Last year? Not last fall. Not the fall that just passed, but the 2024. She came through with a dream or whatever. And we'll just leave that there. And what makes tonight so special is tonight, while I was asleep during the wee hours of the morning, probably about between 2 and 6 or something like that. My auntie came through, and my grandmother. My aunt Denise, Yaya, the big mama energy in the form of my aunt Yaya, Yemen y'all, and my grandma Liz. They came through. Them talk. That's how I know it's popping. They ain't say nothing. Came, gave me a hug, walked out. Grandma came, gave me a hug, walked out. And it was real. It felt like it felt like it didn't feel like a dream. The shit felt it kind of it just felt real. So that's what I was telling you about. Aaliyah hang out with. That's like the Dionysus. When you go look at the More Than Woman video, she got it say Dionysus. I gotta go look at it again, but it's kind of it's like a mixture of Denise and Dana. Yeah. So I just want to put that out there. That nigga, that do not fuck around when it come to me. So keep that. Live either, but my grandmother as well, but my auntie. I'll tell you a story about that shit, but we'll. Yeah, man. So think twice before you fuck with me on any kind of level other than some righteous shit. I look you in the eye and tell you that, or look in the camera and tell you that shit. The life you save will be your own. And I say that because these niggas have tried to take me down. But we won't get into that right now. I don't want to do that on Baby Girl Dime right now. But just to warn you, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. You know, I'm sick of the bullshit. But man, chill out. I don't want to go there right now. But I just wanted to let that be known. And then we'll go here. So let's get into this right here. So Cirque is just another form of Horus. Hey Woo. It's a feminine version of whatnot. So, where we want to go with here? Sorry, but the Falcon of Horus would have a powerful effect on them as a symbol and have been transferred to a feminine figure of Greek myth. In fact, this cemetery of Cirque in Cochise is that's Europe or Asia, Georgia, Asia, if I'm not mistaken. Georgia, they got a place in Asia called Georgia. You know, a lot of shit over here is named after over there. Then some people say this shit was, the names came from over here. And it's a bunch of, I don't even want to get into that, but some people say that's like well, let me just get back to this. But what does she call Turk? I think that shit like in Turkey or somewhere, something like that. But let me get back to this though. I'm trying to think of the fucking name. I don't want to have to go through it, but Cochise, because dealing with this, the reason I'm thinking about it is because it deals with the Golden Fleece, Jason and the Argonauts, and the Golden Fleece. What is she name? Just had the shit. I just showed it to y'all. There we go. This was what you would call the Golden Fleece. So whenever when you get this book and you hear him talking about the Golden Fleece, you're talking about this right here. But let me get back to this here. Cirque in Cochise is almost undoubtedly an Egyptian cemetery surviving from Herodotus, Egyptian Kochians, and presided over by the Falcon of Horus, which in Greek was called Cirque, and eventually became a female figure. The springing up from the earth magically sown, excuse me, and this is what I was telling y'all about Max, Mad Max breakdown about the tooth and shit. But the springing up from the earth of the magically sown soldiers in the Argonautica must partially refer to the Egyptian soldiers buried in the cemetery of Cirque, who were meant to rise from the dead under the auspices of the Egyptian god of resurrection, Horus, whose symbol was the falcon. And we'll stop there. I can't remember, was it an MTV joint or one of them interviews, it was the interview, I think it was, I can't remember this. You'll find it. It's, you go on YouTube. But the lead was talking about Thriller. She was like, Thriller's the illest shit ever, ain't even fucking with it, just like everybody else. But what struck a chord with me because Thriller is what I'm doing now. But Mike was showing y'all in Thriller, and what you'll see in ancient Egypt, like the world, they talk about Horus resurrected, or even Ishtar. They say Ishtar. They were trying to, when they were refusing Ishtar access to the underworld. said she said, let me in or I will bust the locks off and raise the dead up. This is what we're doing now. Which I was telling y'all in the last video. Fighting in the streets, marching, none of that shit. This is the shit right here. What they scared of. The actualization of Thriller. Mike was giving you a precursor to what I was coming to do, which is this right here. And what you can do as well. Just doing the same thing I'm doing right now, teaching y'all and doing the science on these, it ain't just necessarily got to be a celebrity. Your own family. I'm showing you with my people and shit. This is what we're supposed to be doing. So when you see me doing these things, if I see the people saying little subtle little shit like maybe I just put it like this. I see people trying to discourage me from doing the shit I know I'm supposed to be doing. As if it's under the guise of helping me. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, I get this book and show you what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to hear that dumb shit. Shit. So, but she said Thriller was her favorite video of all time, if I'm not mistaken. So, now I want to talk about that. And I ain't gonna go into the details. You know, not everybody don't want to be the name brought up. But I'm gonna tell you this: if Michael Jackson's Thriller is the man, I can show you the female version of Thriller. But they dropped the ball on the shit. Not the song, because the song is dope as fuck. And I know it's the female version of Thriller because the shit that the girl talk about on the song, I went through. I was going through the shit. When motherfuckers was trying to attack a nigga, call themselves attacking a nigga. The whole while I'm knowing everything I'm telling y'all now, well, not gonna say everything, but like, we just put it like this. The whole while I'm knowing baby girl is over my shoulder watching over me. So I was like, yeah, I know it was getting rough, but I was like, yeah, it's like in some, before I know just based off of me who I am, I knew I was supposed to triumph over the bullshit. You know, the whole while motherfuckers was attacking my character, running my name in the dirt in the street, plotting on me and shit. And I'm just sitting there like, boy, if they only knew who the fuck I had sitting on my shoulder. Even her, no, even all of them, really. And this nigga had just passed. This hands-on, homegrown, walk outside around a corner and she's sitting on the generator shit. Baby, that one, yeah, that one had made the transition around that time. That nigga do not fuck around when it come to me, boy. It's no bullshit. Shit got a little crazy, but I wasn't, that's why if you see me spaz out every now and then, rightfully so, because I got more than enough reason to be going ape shit on niggas right now. But, so when this nigga passed, Aaliyah was already up, but when she made the transition, boy, I said, them niggas just don't, and came straight through with Pun. She came through first, and then Pun came through. And that nigga's a maniac. He's not the nigga you want to fuck with in the physical realm. So you imagine this nigga on the spirit realm? Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't advise you. You know, it ain't when the niggas still. I'm Christ in the flesh, baby. It's real. It's real shit. Me, the shit I'm telling you about me should be enough. But if that ain't enough, put the guys in here, the guys and gals, in the mix. So you cross me, man. Yeah. And I don't know how, that's why I don't, you know, I just watch. Yeah. I ain't gotta do nothing, pick up the phone, hey, dog, that's human shit. Motherfucker fuck on me, I'd be like, oh, why'd you do that to yourself? Why'd you do it? So, when you look at me, look at you there, but the mirrors, But so yeah, but they dropped the ball. The song was ill. And the song was on the soundtrack. The song was better than fucking. See, I was in jail when the song came out, right? And the song was so dope. I thought the movie was gonna be dope. Then I got out of jail. I got out of jail. And I saw the video for the song, and I was like, I'm thinking this. For one, they should have put Thriller, and to me, they should have put, well, to me, I feel like they should have made it not copy the Thriller Mike video, but it should have been a big budgeted video, or it was just a rinky-dink ass video to me. And I love the song, but the video was trash compared to what the song was. The visual, so you got Thriller, that's a badass song, badass video. This shit here, badass song, below par video. And then when I saw the movie was even trash. I was like, maybe I shouldn't have seen the song was better than the movie. The 3 minute, 30 seconds of the song or whatever piqued my interest more than the fucking movie. When I went to the movie was bullshit. But I just want to say that, man. That should have been that was a drop of the ball on not the artist, because I know you gotta, the label does all the fucking budgeting or whatever that shit though. But that was the motherfucking moment missed. But that song, I ain't gonna say no names, but that song is ill as fuck. And I know it's some Thriller shit because I was going through the shit. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Thriller. So, yeah. So let me go back. Horace was the similar game. Cirque lived on an island with Aea. Ooh, what was that shit? That was. Let me slow it. I'll find it later. I just saw some of that EA shit. Aea, yeah. I believe it was Home or Holm, Holm, whatever the fuck that was, or River Island, and fastest river near the city of Aea. The Cirque episode in the Odyssey is so obviously an interpolation into the original and central epic, the homecoming of Odysseus. And it's an insertion of some archaic material in fairly undigested fashion that any geographical conclusions or, let me do this shit again. The Cirque episode in the Odyssey is so obviously an interpolation into the original and central epic, the homecoming of Odysseus. An insertion of some archaic material in a fairly undigested fashion. That any geographical conclusions are unwarranted. Hold on, epic. Get the book. You read this shit to damn self. Anyway, if anything, the island of Aea portrayed there seems to be the North Atlantic, North Sea, or Baltic Sea. Cirque's father, Helios, is the sun, who rose up every morning from his magnificent place near Colchis, where he slept and stabled his horses overnight. And likewise, the father of the Egyptian Horus was the sun, and Horus himself represented the rising sun. The Greek word Kirk, Latinized as cirque, circle, cirque, the ring in the circus, that circus shit is magic too. The bearded lady, that's the androgyny. the little car with a lot of dudes that look like some of these niggas in it. You know how they got the little car with the 12 clowns jumping out that little ass car? I wish I could remember that rap. I rode around one time, I was like, when I said, niggas balls be having me like, look at, no, I did some shit like, niggas balls be having me looking at them like, how so many niggas get out of a car so small or some shit like that. I can't remember that shit, man, but it was, what I said, niggas balls be having me looking like, how so many niggas get out of a car that smaller, right? Or some shit, it was some shit like that, but I was really trying to say these niggas are like clowns. But, I'll give y'all that one. I remixing the pussy. So you ever hear niggas say that shit, there's no it came here. We'll come get my shit back too. Rewrite it, because that ain't how it is. Probably somewhere here lurking around somewhere. I know I got it wrote down, but they were like, niggas balls be having me looking at them like, how so many niggas get out of a car that small? Some shit like that. Oh shit. But yeah, but that. But that just represents the. Yeah, I ain't got this buried, so I gotta find it. But that, is this it? We'll use this. When I tell y'all this right here, how everything started right. This is another one, but how everything started right here in the 7. See, this one of my See, this when I was first starting it. Well, no, this is what I. Well, this really supposed to be dark, but we can flip it upside down. Go ahead. Well, not really, because it's got the world right there. But anyway, you know how how it really looked. This was some shit I was doing. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but it was really. This was supposed to be the darkness. But that's the little car, and then whoop, and the clowns is the 7 spirits of light going up, coming out the little car. What else? You got the bearded lady, the cars. What else? I don't want to get too caught up in there, but I'll give you them 2 right there. What else is some circus shit? Anyway, I'll get into that one day, but there's some more shit to that. But anyway, the Greek, and likewise, the Greek word really means an unknown bird. Well, see, this is going to show you the Greeks don't really know shit. Because we already knew horse was the falcon or the hawk or whatever. We'll get to show you this. Though. It says the Greek word, we're on the time 42. I want to drop this shit today. The Greek word Kirk, Latinized as Cirque, revealing means an unknown bird. If we consult, as we shall do from now on, Liddell and Scott's definitive Greek lexicon. The Greek word revealingly means an unknown bird. If we consult, well, this is put in parentheses. As we shall, if we consult, then he put in parentheses. Not parentheses, but they call them goddamn things. Anyway, yeah, that part don't matter anyway. But if we consult on Liddell and Scott's, which is a book, definition authors or whatever, Liddell and Scott's definitive Greek lexicon, in the form Kirkos, the meaning is a kind of hawk or falcon, a kind of wolf, a circle, which in Latin became circus or ring, and an unknown stone. That shit just shows you this unknown stone of destiny, tablets of feldspar and all that shit. Kirkaya means that's her name, Kaya, Cassie Kaya. So that would be a combination of me and her, Kirkaya. Where is that? She go okay. Kirkaya meaning an uncertain plant. Probably talking about the marijuana. Let me stop right there too. So you must be talking about smoking weed is bad. Weed is spiritual. I'm gonna show you what we used to call weed in the 90s. And you can see they have pictures of weed and hieroglyphs and stone and Indian shit. Oh, we used to call it the Buddha, right? The Buddha. Why do we used to call which this nigga was kind of. This nigga went from. She's trying to tame my entertainers. And that nigga Dre went from don't smoke Buddha. No, that wouldn't. That's raw bass. I'm tripping. But that's a reference. Don't smoke Buddha, can't stand sis. I don't know what he was thinking. You need to smoke that shit, son. You wildin'. Boy, but I'm talking about Dre. That nigga's he said something, but he was talking what I think he said the same shit. Don't smoke Buddha or sis, because Buddha causes brain some shit. Then he went from that to Kirk chronic. These niggas wild. He was smart though. I don't know if Raw Bass ever made that transition over to smoking weed, but at least Dre had enough fucking sense to start smoking this shit. But it's called Buddha because it calm when you in a meditative state or whatever, you in a calm, relaxed state. That's what weed does to you. At least the shit I smoke. You know what the young niggas be on these days. These niggas be smoking. You know what they put in them Dutch Masters. But yeah. I just want to put that in there. I love the way this shit was coming together. Cause I would have done. I would have wanted to tell y'all that. Speak on that. But I probably wouldn't have done it in this set if that wasn't there. We got 46. All right. So okay. But yeah, shout out to my baby girl Kaya, man. I ain't gonna say that. I've been talking about that one time. I drop kicked that nigga, but we'll talk about that another time. That was a moment. But I think the nigga tried to file for me. Anyway, let me get back to this. Kirkaya. Where were we? Where was we at? Okay, let me go back. Alright, there we go. Are these only the proper noun? Kirk. Captain Kirk. Let me do that too while we right here. It all goes back to her. Now they say William Shatner is the guy who played the original Captain Kirk, right? And then I saw somewhere where they said that, and I found some rhymes when I was. Let me put too much on this. One more. You slow down, because we'll be somewhere else. But let me just say, William Shatner played Captain Kirk, right? They say William Shatner's face is what they use to make the mold for Michael Myers. Michael Myers. There go that Michael again. I wish I had Mr. Myers. And that's her guy. See, I'm a pretty kind of dude. Oh, she's Michael Myers. So you got a crush on that nigga. That's her dude, man. Michael Myers. There were them M's. So I thought that was interesting though. I'm gonna have to get into that Brandon Lee shit too, that Bruce and Brandon, but we'll get into that down the line. Take our time real quick. Right here, but so of these only the proper noun, Kirk has a specific meaning of Cirque, the enchantress. Although the same word in general is an unknown bird. How appropriate a reaction for the Greeks to the falcon of Horus, a bird symbol known to them. but in trying to be more precise, they made Kirkos a kind of hawk or falcon, and that is obviously what it is from its appearance. Though its special symbolic value makes the Greeks doubt precisely what the Egyptians intended. See, to show you them a lot of shit. That's why I was telling y'all you gotta watch when you dealing with. That's why if I generally speaking, if I'm sitting somewhere and I start talking about Greek gods, Apollo and Zeus, and that's all good. That's why they teach you that. They'll teach you about Apollo and Greece and Hades. They'll give you the Greek version of shit, but they don't in public school. But they don't teach you about Horus and Set and Osiris and Isis and you don't hear none of that shit in your public school books. They don't deal with mythology. They give you Greek mythology because that's their shit, or that's the they'll give you the Greek and Roman shit because that's their twist. Even though it came down from us, that version of it is not theirs because they didn't invent none of the shit. But when it gets down to the Greek and Greek shit, a lot of that shit is remixed and watered down. It's like dope. It's a stepped on version of our shit. But they'll give you that, but they won't talk to you about it. They won't, instead of just having one class on mythology, period, because we did get, we was at 6, 7 or what? I think little we didn't get to I think it was like 6 no, it was in 6th grade. We didn't get to start talking about the Greek gods and goddesses until my 7th grade literature class. But they'll talk about that, but they won't give you a class on mythology, period. Now in college they got you can major in mythology. But high school they just give you the Greek and Roman shit. Because that's the Johnny come lately shit. Or at least that version of it. But that's why, because they don't go, a lot of times they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They gotta get us to interpret shit or whatever. That's why a lot of times they wait they spy on us and study us and try to interpret ancient science based off how we view it or whatever. That's a whole nother story though. Let me get back to this. Where we at? All right. It looked like a kind of hawk or falcon, but the Greeks weren't prepared to insist on exactly what species what species, because it was an Egyptian, not a Greek idea. On a point such as this, we must take advice as from a lawyer. It is not sufficient merely to cite Liddell and Scott's lexicon. For this subject, we must turn to D.R.C. Thompson's definitive source book, A Glossary of Greek Birds. Under the entry there for Kirkos, we read, a poetic and mystical name for a hawk, shout out to Big Hawk, the sacred hawk of Apollo. In the main an astronomical, perhaps solar emblem. In Homer, the bird of Apollo, recognized by Scaliger and others. In Homer, the bird of Apollo. 525. I guess that's the page. I don't know. Anyway, let me throw me out there. But anyway, the bird is not, because it says in Homer, the bird of Apollo, ... OD 5. The bird is, I don't want y'all to think I'm just sitting here hopping and shit. The bird is not identifiable as a separate species, and it is so recognized by Scaliger and others. Neither the brief note as to its size in a corrupt passage of the 9th book of the History of Animals, nor the mystical references to its alleged hostilities and attributes in Aristotle, Alien and Philae, are sufficient to prove that the name indicated at any time a certain particular species. The word is poetical. The chief allusion to Kirkos are obviously mystical, though the underlying symbolism is not decipherable. Under another entry for hyrax, Thompson gives the further interesting information. The word hyrax is a generic term for all hawks. It too seems to partake of overtones of Horus, as Thompson specifically notes when he refers to the worship of hawks in Egypt, citing Herodotus, an alien, and says, in the Rig Veda, the sun is frequently compared to a hawk hovering in the air. The ring, the sun is a circle. The heart is eaten to obtain prophetic powers. That's what we've seen about in the lessons. We've talking about eating the lion part to take on the attributes of the lion. It too seems to partake of overtones of Horus. Oh, okay, I said all that already. The hawk entered into Egypt. The hawk entered in Egypt into innumerable hieroglyphs, as Horus, Hathor, the latter being and this shit is written in Greek, so Plutarch, according to Caramon, there's more Greek shit, on the sanctity of the hawks in Egypt and the solar symbolism associated with them there, see also, referring to Porphyry, Plutarch, Eusebius, and Clement of Alexandria. The scholarly reader who wishes to pursue all this must go to Thompson directly. Kirko also means an unknown stone, pineal gland, rock of ages. I'm adding that. That ain't nothing but the pineal gland, stone, rock of ages. What's some other references? But that'll get you there. That's a ticket that'll get you where you're trying to go right there. But here again, we come up on the stone motif, which we encounter with Deucalion and elsewhere. The stones of Deucalion spring up as men born from the earth, just as the dead of the Cochian cemetery are meant to be born again from the earth. A further connection of Cirque with the Sirius complex lies in the fact that the island of Cirque was placed where Orion met his death. Orion, as a constellation, was identified as Sa, the Egyptian name, with Osiris, the husband of Isis, who was identified, of course, with Sirius. The stone motif in its recurring form seems to have had a particular connection with the Minya, as I discovered from that invaluable duffel bag of information, the ancient Greek author Pausanias, whose guide to Greece is a real experience. Okay, we got enough. I don't want to get the book, goddammit. But yeah. So, as you can see, baby girl is a goddess. A feminine version of your boy. Which is why all this shit is connecting the way it is. What we got left? 2 minutes? Okay, yeah. I got an hour and I want to put this up tonight. Got some more interesting stuff when I get back. Get back at this here. But yeah, see, and that's why this bird right here, and I'm quite sure maybe if I was to go study birds, I could probably find out what kind of bird this is, but I know it's not a raven or a hawk because the beak is different. I'm talking about the beak. The point being made with that, though, is it really don't matter because birds, period. But the hawk, but birds like the hawk, the falcon, and the eagle, and all that, those are bigger birds, or they're more more advanced than just the little birds you see. For one, based off of their sight. By them having such a keen sense of sight, they were identified with the third eye, spiritual vision. But birds, period. So when baby girl say, I'ma hold that one. Almost got me. I'ma hold that one. For this weekend. I took pause. I don't want to say this shit. Then this weekend come and say I'm gonna make sure I do it though. But yeah, we'll get to that this weekend. Cause I want to do something a little special this weekend. So yeah. So y'all niggas hang tight, man. I'll be back at y'all maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, but I'll be back. So peace.